أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Here you are again. Welcome to Pakistan International School Taif Virtual Learning System. So, this is your class 6 social study book which we are following. So, in the last lecture, we have completed the one lesson, and the second lesson we have started, and one page number 9, we have completed in the last lecture. So now we are starting from the page number 10. So page number 10 gives us proximity, nearness to the sea. What is the proximity, nearness to the sea? Means the places are different type of towns or the cities which are near to the sea level, like as here in Saudi Arabia, like as Jeddah, and in Pakistan, like as Karachi. So in these areas, what type of a temperature difference is to be taken place, and what is the effect of the temperature on these areas? So here we are looking here. The temperature of the ocean does not vary much from summer to winter. Usually, the sea keeps places near the coast cooler in summer and milder in winter than those in the interior of large countries. So, look at the temperature charts below. So, this is the temperature chart which shows us the different places and what is the temperature in January, and what is the difference of the and what will be the temperature in July, and what is the difference. Here we are looking Karachi. In January, the temperature of the Karachi is 18 degrees centigrade, and temperature of Karachi in July is 31.5 degrees centigrade. So if we will see the difference, so difference between them is 13.5 degrees centigrade. So Lahore in January 12 degrees centigrade, and in July 34 degrees centigrade, and difference is 22 degrees centigrade. And in Siberia in January, the temperature of Siberia in January minus 40 degrees centigrade. In July, the temperature of Siberia is 20 degrees centigrade, and difference is 60 degrees centigrade. So here it is clear. Why do you think there is a such difference in a summer and a winter temperature in Lahore and Siberia as compared to that in Karachi? So it is clear. So this is showing us the proximity to the sea are the places or the cities which are very near to the coastal area or the sea area. So here we are now learning the ocean currents. So first we will learn about what is ocean current. So basically an ocean current is a continuous directed movement. Look at here in this map, these different movement of the water from one place to another are called the ocean currents. So directed movements of seawater generated by a number of forces acting upon the water, including wind, the Coriolis effect, and breaking waves. So these are called to be as a ocean currents. Here we are in our book. The definition is given. In some part of the world, ocean currents also affect temperature. The cold Humboldt current from the Antarctic sweeps up to the west coast of South America, keeping countries like Peru, which is well within the tropics, quite cool. Lima, only 12 degrees south of the equator has a temperature range of 16 degree to 22 degree centigrade. On the other hand, the Gulf Stream or North Atlantic Drift, which comes from the warm Gulf of Mexico, crosses the Atlantic Ocean to keep most of Europe's west coast much warmer than it should be. So the ocean currents affects the temperature of different areas of the countries. So this is our ocean currents we have explained now. So in the other page, in the same page, we have point A is rainfall. Rainfall is very important in determining the climate of a place. The world's average rainfall is between 1000 and 2000 millimeters a year. Though there are great differences, places in the Atacama Desert on the western coast of Chile have had no measurable rainfall for hundreds of years. Look at here, this is Atacama Desert. So this is the world's hottest place or hottest deserts where there is a very little rainfall and have had a no measurable rainfall for hundreds of years. So hundreds of years here the temperature is very high and there is a very little amount, which are approximately we can say there is a no rainfall in this place of the world, which is Atacama, and it is located in Chile. Atacama is known as the driest place on earth. On the other hand, Cherrapunji is in Assam in India had 22,990 millimeter. Very high rainfall is on this place. So look at here. These are, you can see, very greenery or green places whole of the year. There is a lot of rainfall. So in 1861, it is recorded, it is a world record, 22,990 millimeter of rain in 1 year in 1861. This is still the world record. So these are the pictures of Cherrapunji in Assam in India. So rainfall is clear. So now F in page number 11 is, now we are following page number 11. In here, air pressure or weight. Air may not seem to have any weight, but it does. So air pressure have very much weight, and this air pressure in all the areas is to be a different, but it have a some weight. It is just that we do not normally feel it, but as we are living on the earth, there is a lot of pressure on us, but we are not feeling it. Above each of us is a column of air is several kilometers high. Actually, this column of air weights is about 230 kilograms. Each body have a air pressure is 230 kilograms. This air pressure or weight is not steady. Sometimes it presses more heavily on the earth than at the other time. The average is about 1 kilogram on every square centimeter. Every square centimeter, this pressure is about every each square centimeter. This pressure is equal to the 1 kilogram. When the pressure is high, the air is pushing down. Look at here. Here is a high pressure, so air is pushing down. And in this picture, here the air pressure is low, the air is pushing upward. So in this picture, in other picture, it is clear if the pressure is high, so this will be, weather will be good. And if the pressure is low, so it will be the stormy, or there will be a lot of rain will be taken place if the pressure is low. So pressure plays a very vital or important role in our lives. So it is clear from this word, when the pressure is low, it is usually stormy and wet. So now in G, direction of wind. So direction of wind is also here, it is the picture, and some places this type of thing is to be placed on the higher buildings, which showing the direction of wind. So direction of wind is also very important. The direction from which the winds usually blow also has an effect on climate. If a place mainly has a north winds, it is usually cold because they blow in from the Arctic or colder regions. In the southern hemisphere, it is the southerly winds which are cool. South winds are mostly cool winds. If the winds blow across a large area of a sea, they pick up a large amount of water and produce a rainy climate. If the place faces north in the northern hemisphere, it is usually cool. If the place is south, it is usually warmer. Places in valleys are often sheltered and have warmer climate. So here are in this chart some key points are given about here a weather map. This is the weather map. If in a weather map you will see these things, so it means it shows the rain. If in a weather map, if they will show like this arrow, so this means wind direction, and this shows the snow, and this shows the clear direction, and here H shows the high pressure, and this and the sun and some clouds are there, then it means partly cloudy, and here it shows the low pressure, and here it is shows the cloudy and 20, and here it shows the different type degree of centigrades. So this is end of our chapter number 2. We have completed today chapter number 2. Now I am giving you some homework assignment. So here are the two questions I have given you. Number 1, choose the correct answers. Complete. Here the blanks are given. You will follow this lesson. You will learn it very well, and then you can easily give these answers. And in the second, define. I have given the different type of the questions. You can give. You can follow the book, and you can easily give the answer of these questions. Also, we are completing answer and questions of end of chapter questions we are also solving today. So here are 5 questions are given. Question number 1, why is the amount of rainfall so important for the climate? So I have given in the next page its answer. Its answer is rainfall is important in determining the climate of a place, as less rainfall can make a land dry, and a more rain affect the temperature of that place. Crops and plants are also grown according to the temperature of a place. Rice, banana, pineapples grown in hot countries, and wheat, maize, and barley in cooler ones, but in the absence of a water, either natural precipitation or irrigation, nothing will grow at all. So this is the answer of question number 1. Now we are looking the question number 2. How high would the rainfall in Cherrapunji reach in your school if it all stayed on the ground? In our school, if our school is lies in a river in a Cherrapunji, what will be the its height will be? So its the answer I have given in this page. The rainfall in Cherrapunji was nearly 23 meters, enough to go over the tops of some buildings. So 23 meters is a very high height. So our schools can be drowned. So here the question number 3. Can you think of any other factors that might affect climate? So its answer, question number 3, location on the lee side of high ground, that is the rain shadow. Urban areas like as a town and cities have higher temperature 1 to 3 degree as compared to the rural areas which have open spaces and more vegetation. Sizes of place, a small island has a different climate as compared to landmass. So now we are looking the question number 4. Listen to the weather forecast that follow the news on television. Can you see how air pressure is linked to fine or rainy weathers in different parts of the country? So its answer is also given in this portion. So, and question number 5, what differences would you expect to find between the home, dress, and food of a family living in Gilgit and that of one in Singapore? Find these places in your atlas. So this question is not important, but I have also given the answer. The uh, students to first find out about the location, altitude, climate, houses, dresses, and food particular to these cities, and then discuss the differences. So here the second chapter of our social study book 6 is completed. So you can understand it very well. So you must buy the neat copy and complete your question and answers which are solved in this lesson. So thank you very much all. Here it is end, and wish you all the best.